and then the next 2 rounds with mouth open. So we start with the mouth open. So this laughing in the same breath is very important. And then the final round, when the tongue also sticks out. So what it does is it really opens up the bones, the facial bones, and now we can do a little bit of exercise for the jaws. Turn them in weird ways. And then for the tongue, we create this sound. Okay, in this way we have gone from toes right up to the head, and we have seen every part of the body. And now we come to the last, that is the heart. So this time the exercise is primarily meant for the heart. We are going to do spot jogging, but spot jogging with lot of brisk breathing. This is like engine breathing. And of course, if anybody has any heart problem, any breathing problems, these exercises are not recommended. Any exercise which is putting pressure on your heart, or which is leading you to a lot of strenuous breathing, that you have to avoid if you have breathing trouble or heart trouble. So now our position, stand on one leg, and then starting with breathe out, you start spot jogging. So let your breath slow down, your heartbeat slow down, and then we sit down first. So this last exercise actually increases the heart's palpitation to the maximum. So it's like a treadmill exercise, but we do it here just with spot jogging, and within 2 minutes you are at the top of your heartbeat. Let your breath come to normal, heartbeat come to normal, and from here we lie down in Shavasana, in the corpse posture. We leave our body loose, very loose, just like dead body. And then after we are fully relaxed, sometimes you can even go to sleep here. You don't know that you may fall asleep for quite some time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, even an hour at times. So we just go down. So in Shavasana, one can keep lying down as long as you wish, and once you are fully relaxed, you want to wake up, start flexing your toes. So starting with the toes, we wake the toes up, then we look at the ankle joint and we flex the ankle joint, then we flex the calf muscles, then we look at the knees, the thighs, shake the thighs, then the hips, contract and relax, contract, relax the hips only. Then we pull our anus in. The anus is pulled in, and then you let it loose. Again, press it in, then pull your sexual organ in, release it. Again, pull in, release it. Look at your abdominal area. Then think of your spine. So feel a wave motion through the spine. Feel your shoulders, the chest. Now fingers. So we flex the fingers, fist. Then we rotate the wrist joints, both clockwise and anti-clockwise. Then rotate the elbow joints, clockwise, anti-clockwise. We are once again just lubricating them. So shoulder joint. Now the neck joint. So turn to the right and then turn your chin towards the shoulder. Try to turn it in perpendicular direction, opposite. Come back in the opposite direction. And same thing, and then opposite, and then come back. Now think of the mouth, nose, ears, eyes, forehead, head, hair, the whole body. Join the legs, rub your palms, put them on your eyes, and then pull the fingers over the eyes, open the eyes, take the palms to the ears, and then hands over the body, and breathe in, stretch the body. Again, stretch. Again, stretch. You can go to the right side and relax for a while. And go in the opposite direction. So this was the first round of flexibility exercises and it was primarily feeling our body and from here our body has opened up. It is a lot more flexible, so we can now actually start our yoga asanas from here onwards. So, how did you enjoy? Did you like it? Was it very tough to go through these? Well, initially maybe you do find it a little tough, but in few days' time, if you do exercise and if you have full enthusiasm behind it, you will find that your body will start listening to you, and the body will completely follow whatever commands you give. Now, one thing you must know, that before you start your flexibility exercises, you must ensure that your bowel movement has taken place. That is, in the morning when you wake up, you will take your time, you finish your bathroom routine, you have done the bowel movement, you have brushed your teeth, and you must take a shower. Many people say, why do we need to take a shower? Because in any case we are going to sweat and we can take the bath after the exercises. Yes, you will perhaps need a bath because you will be sweating a lot. But it is important to take a shower even before starting your yoga asanas. Why? Simple. When we take a bath, and especially if you are taking a cold water bath, what happens? You just do that shock. So when you do this shock, your blood flows in the body. The heart is given that instruction, or something has happened, and the blood starts rushing. So when the water is flowing all over the body, then this shower has helped the blood to come to every part of the body. So as you also know that the moment you take a shower, you feel so fresh. Why do you feel fresh? Because now the blood has flown all over the body. It has charged every cell of the body, and that's why you feel so fresh. So just make sure that you are not just getting up from your bed and you want to do yogasanas. No, that's not on. You can even have your tea and whatever, but do not have a heavy breakfast, because you must exercise with light stomach. And morning time is the best, because you have rested the whole night, your stomach is empty, and your body will be very flexible, very ready to exercise with you. Now, I give you one more good example. I gave you the example of the car. Now, I'm giving you example of what you like the most. I think Indians in particular, we all enjoy cricket. And when we see our favorite batsman bat, so what are the actions of the batsman as the ball comes to the batsman? So he moves his hands, he moves the bat to play the ball, but it's not just the hands that are moving the bat, the legs also move. Perhaps even before the hands and the legs move, the eyes actually observe the ball, where it is coming, what speed it is coming, and so on. So now our eyes are performing a function, the hands are performing a function, our legs are performing a function, but who is controlling all these actions? And as you know, these days with this 140, 150 km/h ball coming, the speed, it takes only maybe a second or even a fraction of a second from the time the ball leaves the bowler's hand to the batsman. How is the batsman able to judge everything, the speed of the ball, the position of the ball, and position himself or herself if it's a ladies' cricket match? So this is what makes us think. Is the eye telling the hands directly? Or is the eyes telling the legs directly? Are the legs telling the hands directly? No. All these different limbs of our body, different organs of our body, they are all feeding information to the mind. The mind feeds this information to our memory through the intellect, what we call the buddhi. And then the intellect processes all this information in split seconds and gives directions to the different parts of the bodies to perform the action. So accordingly, the legs will move, the hands will move, and the eyes will continue following the ball, and so on. So this is how our body has so many organs in it, and there is a coordinator. And this coordinator, what we call the driver in the car case, here I'm just saying a coordinator, and that coordinator has been given these instruments like the mind, the intellect, the memory, and of course, the performer who is controlling all this. So now when we go to the next routine, which will be the yogasanas, we will try to see these different parts of our body, different senses of our body working with it, because all this yoga practices, they are meant to get a complete understanding of our body and its functioning.